Hi everyone. I hope everybody has had a chance to get some rest over spring break. And now that we've turned in Essay 1, and I should be getting those grades back to you anytime now, I want to take this opportunity to make a video explaining the sample Essay 2 and how to write Essay 2. By the time you watch this video, the Essay 2 example will be under the Assignments tab on Blackboard. So you can go to the Assignments tab and find this sample handout, and I encourage you to open it and look at it after you watch this video. It's designed to help you by giving you an example of a good, strong Essay 2 assignment, and also to show you exactly what the format of Essay 2 should look like. So if you watched the Understanding Essay 2 video where we talked about the assignment for Essay 2, if you haven't watched that video yet, I recommend that you go back and watch it before you watch this video. So that video helps you understand the assignment, what I'm asking you to do, and this video is just going over the example so that I can help you understand how to use the example to write your Essay 2. So as I said in the Understanding Essay 2 assignment video, Essay 2 is not an essay, even though we have to call it an essay because ENG 101 requires a certain amount of essays. It's not an actual essay. It's actually a proposal for your research paper. Even though it's not an essay, you notice that it's still formatted in MLA format. So you still have a header, you still have a title. You can just write Essay 2, or you can write whatever title you want. There's still a page number in the upper right-hand corner. And it's still formatted Times New Roman, 12-point font, double-spaced, MLA format, right? If you forgot how to do that format, go back to the MLA format video where I walked you through that. So for Essay 2, you're going to format it just like it is an essay, but if you notice the word count, there's only 367 words in this example, and this is a good, strong example. So it's not a very long piece of writing. The first part is just a long paragraph, and this paragraph tells me the student's idea for their essay. So the very first sentence for my research essay, I want to write about an episode of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart titled The Future of Gender Wage Equality and Gender Bias. That was the student's idea that he wrote in the Essay 2 idea discussion board. So for those students who still have not completed your Essay 1 idea discussion board post, it only takes one sentence. I just want to know for that post, what is your idea, right? What's your media source? In this case, it's a video from The Daily Show, and the student also gave me the title of the video. And their chosen type of bias, which is gender bias. So you have to choose, those are the two things you need, a media source, which is a video, TV show, movie, advertisement, anything coming from the media, and a type of bias. So racial bias, gender bias, disability bias, any of the types of bias that are on the Essay 2 assignment. Now, after the student got this idea approved by me, he then went on in Essay 2 to explain exactly what examples from the video he was going to use in his research paper. So notice the assignment asks you for at least 2 examples. So the Essay 2 assignment is asking you to tell me at least 2 examples from your media source that you're going to use in your research paper. So this student has several quotes from the video that are cited correctly. So quotes from the video in quotation marks. And that way I know that these are the two examples that the student is going to use from the video. And if you read what the student has written around those quotes, you'll notice that the student explains where the examples come from, who said the examples, and also explains how the examples demonstrate gender bias. So this student is doing everything right. This student has told me exactly what video they're going to use, exactly what type of bias they're going to address, and what two examples from the video either represent gender bias or are challenging gender bias. So this student has done this paragraph correctly, and you can use their example as a good example for when you go to write yours. So now that we've talked about the long paragraph, which is the first part of Essay 2. So the Essay 2 assignment tells you there are two parts to this assignment. The first is the long paragraph, which we've just gone over. And then after that, there is the works cited page. The works cited page is 50% of this assignment because it's very important that you learn in ENG 101 to cite your sources correctly. So this can be tricky the first time that you do it. That's why I'm giving you the sample Essay 2. It shows you then this is a correct works cited page, and I want you to use this works cited page as a template for when you write your works cited page. So just like we did with the outline, where you filled in your information instead of the questions that I asked you, for the Essay 2, I definitely want you to make sure that you make your works cited page look just like this one. The Essay 2 example asks you to cite your media source. So one of the students' citations, this one right here, is their video that they are going to be talking about in their research paper. So notice how the student has the last name, first name of the author, the title of the video, the title of the website the video's on, who runs the website, the day that the video was put up, and the day that the student looked at the video. So when you have to cite your media source, what you should do is look at this student's example, and there should actually be a period here, so I'm going to add it, and I will fix that for the handout. You should make your example look just like this student's example by filling in, so whatever author you have for your source, whatever title, and so on and so forth. The student also has 3 other citations in the works cited page. So these 3 citations are 3 secondary sources. So a primary source is what the topic of your paper is about, and that's the video from The Daily Show. That does not have to be an academic source. So whatever video you find, it doesn't have to be made by an expert. But secondary sources, which are information that you use to back up your arguments when you write essays for college, those sources, secondary sources, have to be reliable information written by experts. So these 3 citations here, the student found either from class handouts or through the library website. So that is what I want you to do for Essay 2. To find your secondary sources, so the 3 sources that are not your video or advertisement, the 3 other sources that you're going to cite are going to be academic sources. So you can use any of the handouts that are cited in the course, the citations for class handouts, and there's a handout that's under the assignments, under the course readings tab for that one. So at the end of the course readings for the class, I put all the citations for all the course handouts that you can use for Essay 2. If you can't find enough, there should not be three handouts from class that you can use for your research paper. There might be one or two. So to find those extra sources, you're going to have to go through the library website and find academic articles or ebooks. And I'm going to explain how to do that in another video that is going to be called Using the Library Website. So I'll post that video at the same time I post this video. Look for that video. That's going to walk you through exactly where to go on the library website to not only find sources, but how to search for them and also how to cite them. But this student has done their works cited page correctly. They have 3 strong secondary sources that are written by experts, academic sources, and 1 not academic source that is their media source, and that is allowed. So that's really all of Essay 2. Just making sure that you format it correctly, making sure that you have a paragraph of at least 300 words explaining what examples from your media source you're going to use in your research paper, and a works cited page with 4 sources, 3 secondary sources, and 1 media source. Notice, though, that the student has not separated the secondary sources from the primary source. All of the sources should be cited together and should be in alphabetical order by the first word of the citation. So sometimes that's the author's last name, sometimes that is the first word of the title of the article if there is no author. So notice how here this word starts with E, this word starts with P, so it comes next, S-E, and then S-T. So all 4 sources cited in alphabetical order, cited correctly, formatted correctly, making sure that you make yours look just like the ones in the sample essay. So everything else that you'll need to do research for Essay 2 and to do your research for Essay 2 and Essay 3, all of that information will be in the Using the Library website video that I'm putting up along with this video. So go to that video if you need help finding sources. We also have our very own assigned class librarian, and I have her information on that handout, also on the library handout. And I'll explain in the Using the Library website video how you can contact her if you need extra help. You can also use the Writing Center, of course. If you go to the Writing Center for help with this essay, make sure to send them the sample 2 right here so that the tutor knows exactly what you're supposed to be doing for this assignment. I'm going to leave the video at that, and I hope everybody's having a good week, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy.